Hello students, welcome to our today's session. So in our previous sessions, we had seen what is capital budgeting and how it works. We had seen few of the methods of capital budgeting, especially we had covered problems of your traditional method of capital budgeting. So today we'll see what are the modern techniques of capital budgeting. So that's this is how your capital budgeting goes. Net present value. What is net present value? We'll try to understand and analyze how this method works or how this particular technique works. This Before starting off, I want you to understand that net present value is one of the most effective way of capital budgeting. Net present value is one of the most and which is very much in practice in today's industries, right? This is because it has certain advantages and it has certain pros which we'll be discussing today. First of all, let's try to understand how to solve a problem under net present value. For example, if you are given with uh, two of the projects for which you are supposed to make a capital budgeting and you are supposed to take a decision, we'll see how to take that, right? First of all, whenever in your question paper or whenever you come across problems, try to understand which of the methods they're asking you to solve with. I've taken a illustration for net present value, which is as follows. Illustration: consider a project which has the following cash flows. Right, we will be given with cash flows. Please understand, at the year zero, there is minus 10 lakhs. What does this mean? This means that you are supposed to invest 10 lakh rupees today, right? What does year 1 2 lakh? They have mentioned it as year 1 2 lakh. What does that mean? It means that end of first year, after 12 months, you will be earning 2 lakh rupees of cash inflows. Cash inflows. Please be very much careful with the words. It is not profit, it is cash flows only, right? Now, we are supposed to calculate present value factors at the rate of 10%. So, in the problem, you will be given with only two things. One is year, second is cash flows. In cash flows, it is given in bracket, or if it carries minus sign, it means that cash is going out of your business. That is your cash outflow. If it is a positive figure, it means that cash is coming in or you are earning a cash inflow. Let us first try to discount all these things to today's present value, right? First of all, there will be two things to consider this present value factors. One is that you know that we can take the present value factors from present value tables, or you can either calculate it through a calculator. I'll show you how to calculate it using calculator. In a normal calculator, uh, I think we are given, I mean, we are not supposed to use scientific calculators in our examinations. So I'll teach you how to calculate present value factors using normal calculator. Right. So 1 divided by 1.10, 0.0. I'll tell you why we have taken it as 140, right? I'll explain why we have considered that. Now, it is very simple. Why is that I took 1 divided by 1.1, it is 0.9091. 1 divided by 1 point whatever interest rate it is. If it is 15%, it will be 1 divided by 1.15. If it is 5%, it will be 1 divided by 1.05, right? You can note down this formula. Present value factor is equal to 1 divided by 1 point, or 1 divided by 1 plus r whole to the power of n. That will be your present value factor. 1 divided by 1 plus r, whatever the interest rate, whole to the power of n. So in this case, it is very simple. If you are using your normal calculator, just type as I say 1 divided by 1.1 and press equal to sign. You will get 0.9091. Again press equal sign. Don't do anything. Just keep on pressing equal to sign. Now we have got 0.8264. 0.73, sorry, 751. Right. So these are your present value factors, right? What does these present value factors tell us? Very simple. End of first year. End of first year, that is after 12 months. Imagine today I'm investing 10 lakh rupees for a project, right? That value will not change as of today, correct? Whatever 1 rupee is worth today will be equal to 1 rupee only. While uh, considering the second, second row, it says that after 1 year, your present value of money of 1 rupee will be equal to 0.9091 rupees, that is 90 paisa, right? Money worth today will not be equal to money worth tomorrow, correct? Whatever the worth of money, it keeps on decreasing. That's because of inflation, which we have discussed quite number of times in our class, right? So what does these present value factors tell us? It tells us that what is the worth of 1 rupee after certain point of time. For example, after 1 year it will be worth 0.9091 paisa. After 2 years it will be worth 0.8264 rupees. I mean, if you convert that to paisa, it will be 82 paisa, correct? After 3 years it will be 75 paisa. After 4 years it will be 68 paisa. After 5 years it would be some 62 paisa. So this we are considering or calculating the value of 1 rupee, which will be the value of 1 rupee today, it's worth after 4 years or 5 years or 3 years, 2 years, 1 years respectively, right? We are considering it in a flow. Now you just have to multiply the present value factors with cash flows. 10 lakh into 1 will be obviously 10 lakhs. Why is this 1? Well, the, why is that present value factor at 0 year 1? That's because today if it is worth rupees 1, there will not be any difference, or it will be there will be very negligible amount of difference, right? We are considering today's worth. That is the reason if you are investing 10 lakhs today, consider it to be 10 lakhs only. Now let us multiply 2 lakhs into 0.9091. So if you guys are observing, we are just multiplying the present value factors with cash flows, right? Now, we have got present value of cash flows. That is, what is the meaning of present value cash flows? Present value of cash flows means that the value of any future money receivable or value of any cash flows in the future, what is its worth as of today? That is the meaning of present value of cash flows. Present value of cash flows, the name itself indicates that it is the value worth as of today. So we have calculated that. Now just add all the positive cash flows. Everything added together will be 9,94,705, correct? It will be 9,94,705. Subtract the present value of cash outflow, that is minus 10 lakh rupees. Now you are left with minus 5295. So if you ask me if we should accept this proposal or reject this proposal, my the opinion is that, or what we have derived is that you are supposed to reject this proposal because the present value of cash inflows is less than the present value of cash outflow. You are spending 10 lakh rupees, right? Today you are spending 10 lakh rupees while its worth is only 94,000, 305 or something. I mean approximately 95, sorry, 9,50,000. I'm sorry, it's 9,50,000. However, you are spending 10 lakh rupees, out of which you are earning only 9,50,000, or 9 lakh, some, I mean, that figure what we had arrived when we add the present value of cash inflows, right? So, this is about present net present value.